I'm Steve Turano with Ask a Real Expert. Paulie's asking about decline bench, hammer curls, and does training the different heads of the biceps and triceps actually work? Regarding decline bench, I've never done decline bench because I just can't do it. I mean, when I'm upside down and I'm trying to pull the weight out of the rack, I just can't get it, so I drive the weight vertically up and down. I always drop it back behind my head. Now, a lot of guys that I train with do decline bench, and I think a lot of guys like decline because there isn't a lot of motion or movement, and therefore they can handle a lot of weight. But they say that decline hits the outer and lower chest. Well, regular bench press hits the outer and lower chest. And also, if you want, you can just do dips. I think they're a lot easier. But again, if you like decline, have at it. Hammer curls. A lot of times you see guys doing hammer curls like this, or they sort of do them across their body. I don't do hammer curls because one of the purposes of the forearm and the biceps is to supinate or rotate the hand. And as you rotate your hand, you flex the biceps more. So I typically like rotating or supinating my hand up as I curl because, again, that creates greater contraction, and greater contraction allows you to handle more weight. Now, with regards to hitting the different heads of the biceps and the triceps, I think that's way overrated. By moving your hand just a little bit, you're going to hit the other heads of the triceps versus, having your hand in a certain position. I think that's way, way, way overrated. My thoughts are I want to handle as much weight as possible in biceps and triceps because you're flexing the biceps, you're flexing the triceps. The motion of the hand doesn't make that big a difference. So like I said, with hammer curls, it's not going to make that big a difference. If I was in jail and I was only allowed to do hammer curls, you'd make damn straight I'd handle a lot of weight and make sure they worked. But again, it's the slight differences. But you also have to remember, have you ever seen guys who are doing push downs and they take like one handle and they hold their hand up like this and they extend it down, or they do them this way? Well, you know something? That's not that smart because as the weight gets heavier, it pops through your fingers. I'd rather have my hand over the weight and pushing down. Some guys like to use the rope. Why would you do that? Because it slides through your hand. Why not use a flat bar, throw your hands over the top of it so you get much greater strength because the bar can't pop through the top of your hands. It can pop through your fingers this way. So the point is that worrying about all these incidentals is stupid. Let's worry about things that make a difference, allowing ourselves to handle more weight. When I'm doing skull crushers, how many times have you heard some jerk in the gym say this? Oh, keep your elbows in. Keep your elbows in as you're extending the weight up. Really? Because this motion is not my triceps, though. But why am I doing this? As a matter of fact, my chest is kind of big, and my elbows won't go together. And while I'm thinking about contracting my elbows, what am I doing with all this weight that's dangling above my head? I'm not thinking about driving it up. So these are the things that people are focused on. Oh, when you're doing push-downs, keep your elbows in. It doesn't matter. The arm is extending. It doesn't matter, okay? That's what the tricep does. It extends the arm, whether your elbows are in or your elbows are out. So when we're talking about doing an exercise within your normal biomechanical range, doing it so it's comfortable for you, that's the most important thing. And worrying about stupid shit like keeping your elbows in as you're extending the weight or keeping your elbows in as you're curling it up, that's all garbage myth. That's all garbage hype. That's going to prevent you from being able to lift hard and heavy because it's going against your natural movements. That's the whole point. I'm Steve Turano. Train smart, train hard.